गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं हूं इमरान हक with a new listening video, and today my video is about multiples, 2 out of 5 multiples. This is a nightmare for many of the students, but we will do it in a convenient way. Don't worry, and we'll do it in a practical way. What kind of tips, tricks, distractors does the speaker use? So we are going to do and definitely mention what kind of words he uses to trap his listeners. Okay, let's start our practical video. Gee, let's start. Now you can see we have 5 options, and which 2 options does David say about the lifeboat volunteer training? Okay, now first of all, go through the instructions. Which 2 things you see? Which 2 things? These are 2 things. Okay, see 2 things. The David say. No focus on what David say. 2 things, okay, about the lifeboat volunteer training. Okay, you can see 5 options are given. These are 5 options. Remember, the speaker always mentions all these 5 options, and you will have to carefully select 2 out of 5. So these are 5 options. When you say, first of all, think when you say that this one option is not correct, just eliminate it or put cross on that option. Okay, these are the 5. You can say these are the 5 options. So see, so then you see underline some what you call that, yeah, leadership skills. Underline these keywords: residential course. Okay, then you see training in use of ropes and knots. Okay, underline, quite brief. Training exercise. Okay, training, you see, exercise, build up mental strength. Then casualty care activities were practically challenging for him. Yes, see these one. The wave tank activities. What about the wave tank activities? Provide the practice in a survival technique. Okay, so I have underlined all these what you call that keywords. Okay, let's see what are the 2 things which the David say. We read down the audio script. Okay, you see audio script. The training we get is continuous process. Remember, first of all, he'll give you some introduction about training, as he is giving. The training we get is continuous process, focusing on technical competence. Okay, and safe handling techniques. Now he is giving some introductions and about his trainings. Okay, and it's given me the confidence. Now you can say it has given me the confidence to deal with extreme situation without panicking. Okay, this training also make me eligible and give me confidence to cope with the extreme situations, to problematic situation with the panicking. Now if I have underlined these words and this line, and you can see here the residential course developed his leadership skills, the training in use ropes, and still he didn't mention the training exercises have built up his mental strength. Now you can say the training of exercise have built up his mental strength. Now see, and it has given me the confidence. It means mental strength it's giving to deal with, and this one is also mental strength. Okay, remember, he will give you the sense of that sense which is similar to that option given in the form of questions. Okay, so remember, he will give you sense. Sometimes he doesn't give a synonym also same, but he gives sense. Okay, so this is what he is doing here. It has given me the confidence to deal with extreme situation without panicking. Now you see this, that I get confidence to cope with the problematic situation without panicking, without any trouble. Now see, the training exercise have built up his mental strength. You see, this part is totally matching, which I have already underlined. So this option is, this is the option which is correct. Yes, this one option, so correct. Okay, C option. Next one is, okay, read. I was glad I had done a first aid course before I started, as that is big help with casualty care activities we do. You see, still these kind of these words doesn't give any sense which is matching with the given options. So we have done a lot on how to deal with ropes and ties. Now you can see ropes and ties are there, and you can see we have done a lot. We have done a lot with the ropes and tie knots. That's an essential skill. That is an essential skill. Now you can see we'll read out that option with ropes and knots. The training in use of ropes and knots was quite brief, but you can see he didn't mention was quite brief. Okay, even though he mentioned training in use of ropes and knots, but he didn't tell anything about the training was quite brief. So we are eliminating this one also. Okay, so remember to eliminate the option which you think is not correct. Okay, next one. After a year I did 1 week residential course. Now when he says residential course, you must go first option, whether he developed some leadership skills or no from residential course led by specialist. They had a wave tank. See, he didn't say anything about leadership skills. He didn't mention any leadership skill, even though he mentioned residential course. So this is also elimination. One is also elimination. This one is also only this one. Okay, next we will check. Okay, next is they had a wave tank. They have a wave tank where they could create extreme weather condition. Okay, now where's wave tank? You see in the fifth or the E option. You see this one, the E option. Okay, the wave tank activities provided. There are some activities through wave tank. They created some extreme situation. Okay, now you see wave tank activities provided. These activities provided practice. They do some practice in survival technique. Survival technique, how to survive the people, now how to rescue the people. They had a wave tank where they could create extreme weather condition. Okay, so we can get experience, so we can get practice at what to do if the boat turned over. If the boat turned over, okay, if the boat turned over in a storm at night, for example, now you can see at night, for example, if the boat turned out, we get experience. Okay, in the extreme condition. Now you see the wave tank activities provide practice to survival technique. Yes, survival technique, you see we have already underlined, and here experience at what to do. Boat turned out. If the boat turned out, what should we do in a stormy night? How to survive? How to rescue these people? You can see they had a wave tank where they could create extreme weather conditions, so we could get experience at what to do if the boat turned over in a storm at night, for example. Now you see also the what wave tank also creates some extreme weather conditions where they know how to cope with the situation and how to save the lives of the people. And if you go toward the E option, the wave tank activities provide practice. It gives practice. Wave tank activities provide practice for survival technique, and this option is matches with this option, and we eliminate D option also.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
The training we get is a continuous process, focusing on technical competence and safe handling techniques. And it's given me the confidence to deal with extreme situations without panicking. I was glad I'd done a first aid course before I started, as that's a big help with the casualty care activities we do. We've done a lot on how to deal with ropes and tie knots. That's an essential skill. After a year, I did a 1-week residential course, led by specialists. They had a wave tank where they could create extreme weather conditions. so we could get experience of what to do if the boat turned over in a storm at night, for example.